Hi guys, it's Monday, and this week's theme is books that should be movies. Okay, so I'm gonna get started right away, and Milkshake is right here, so if you hear weird noises, that's why. Okay, so the first book I think would be cooler because I think it'd be better for like my imagination because I'm kind of, I convince myself that zombies aren't scary when I read them, but like when I watch them, I can't really deny the fact that they're zombies in a way. So I would like to see Infinity by Sherilyn Kenyon, which is the first book in the Chronicles of Nick turned into a movie. And I'd like this because I think it would be like an awesome book. Awesome movie. Because it's an awesome book. And you can count how many times I said I think there should be a movie. But, the next one I think would be like, I don't know, it shows more of an emotional side to it in a way. And also I think the funner parts would be funner. Because that's completely in English. It's Stayed in June by Hannah Harrington, and it's basically about a girl named June who commits suicide, and Harper has to figure out why, and she also wants to spread her sister's ashes, in California, because June has always wanted to go to California. So I think that's a really cool concept, and then there's this boy Jake, and it's just, I'm all one for road trips and movies, because they're awesome. So, yeah, and then this one I think would be more of a quirky, kind of thing, quirky comedy, if that makes sense. My Fair Godmother, and it's about a girl named Chrysanthemum Everblossom. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. And she can't pass her fairy test, so she is just a fair godmother. And so she is put on another thing, and it's Savannah. Her sister has just stolen her boyfriend, so she's kind of in how do I explain this? An odd mood that she's not used to. And she ends up going back in time with wishes because she wants a fairy tale instead of a boy that would leave her for her sister. And so she ends up being Cinderella and Snow White. They're more grim tales than happy tales. And then Chrissy ends up sending Tristan back to the Middle Ages, and she has to save him. So it's a very nice, funny, kind of cool book. So, yes. The next book I think would be Harold and Kumar PG-ish. So it's Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. And I don't know, I love road trips, and I think road trips are awesome. And this one is from California to Connecticut. And then you have all the deaths, because Amy's father just died, and then Roger's got crap going on too, and just fun times, happy times, sad times, everything that a good movie should have. So, yes, as I drop this. And then this should be so obvious, right now. It's Looking for Alaska by John Green. First of all, I'd like to see the pranks done in this movie. That, I think, would be awesome. That makes me want to go to where the Indiana Spring School where John Green went, where his prank is actually based off of his senior prank, so I don't know, I'd like to see that, but it's just a good story all around, and it has growth, and it has meaning, and it has so much philosophical and awesome stuff that it needs to be a movie. And I know the rights are copyrights have been sold, but no one made a movie out of it yet. I'm what is wrong with these people? So push people, just get done. The next one is My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick, and this one is just, it's a great story because it has the happy times, so it has a teen romance, and it's not a sappy romance either. It's a real good one. And then it has a deeper stuff, and then you have the kids, and oh my gosh, the kids in this book are amazing, and it makes the story and the family dynamics, and it needs to be a book now. I meant movie, not book, but on the other side. Anyway, so A Kiss in Time by Alex Blaine, and this is a retelling of Sleeping Beauty, and I've always loved Sleeping Beauty, and I'd love to see this in Steve Lizardi movie. I think Kiss in Time would be a really good movie too. The next one is the Iliad retelling called Troy High, and this is by Shannon Norris, and this is basically the PG version of 300. Because it has the Trojans and the Spartans, correct? Yes. But instead of wars, they're pranks, and they're awesome pranks-ish, kind of sometimes. But I don't know, I just think it'd be a really good movie, and it's a good book, and don't let the cover deceive you because it is cheesy as crap. The next one is Hate List by Jennifer Brown, And I'd like to see this because I'd like to see the growth that Valerie experiences after the shooting and Nick dying, because I think in the book you really can only imagine it. I think I'd like to see an actor portray it in a way. The next one is kind of obvious too. It's Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. This is just, it's amazing. And I don't know, I like books with some more depth to it, and I think this book definitely has it. And it's just an amazing tale, and I'd like to see it in movie form. The book is Bunheads by Sophie Flack, and this is about ballerina who ends up not really having a life because she's dedicated herself to being a ballerina, and she's 19 now, and then she meets a guy, and she has to realize that she has to have her own life, and kind of thing like that, and it's a really short book, and I think it would make a really good movie. So, yes. And then the next book is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. Now, I'd want this because basically the premise of the story is with this girl named Tana. She commits suicide, but she leaves behind these tapes, and there's 13 reasons why she committed suicide, is what she's basically recorded. And so Clay is one of them, and he ends up getting the tapes, and I'd like to hear it, and I'd like to see it, and I'd like to hear the experiences. And you have this map on the hardcover version. I can back it up of where he goes and stuff like that, but I don't think that's enough. I think I need to see the entire movie, and it just be a movie, and it be awesome. And then the next one, which is the second to last one, is Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. And I want this to be a movie because I want it to, in a way, affect more people, because I think it's a really good story. It's a good learning story, because the person that starts off in the beginning is not the person in the end, and it's a good growth story, and I think even if you don't read books, it would be a good movie kind of thing. So, and the last book, of course, is the one that I want, like, now. It's The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith, and this book, it's a romance, it's funny, it's so much more than just this, and it's amazing, and I love it, and it should be a movie. Okay, so that is it. Look for Erin's video tomorrow, and everyone else's later in the week. I'm sorry for the kind of late upload. I usually try to get it done up at around 11, but on my lunch break, but I had to wait because I'm filming this during my lunch break. So, you know, it happens. Okay, well, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.